Imagine being stuck with a massive contract that's weighing heavily on your team's finances, and you're not even sure if it's worth it. This is the harsh reality that the Miami Heat are currently facing with Norman Powell, a player who's undoubtedly talented, but comes with a hefty price tag. But here's the thing. This isn't a new problem for Powell. In fact, his former team, the LA Clippers, knew this burden all too well. On the Clippers, Powell's production was never really an issue, and he was a key player for the team. However, when it came time for him to seek an extension, things got complicated. The Clippers were hesitant to meet his desired price, and it's likely that their executive, Lawrence Frank, had a specific number in mind that was lower than what Powell was expecting. This led to a bit of a standoff, and ultimately, the Clippers decided that trading Powell was the best option. They didn't want to risk losing him for nothing in free agency, and they were able to get some value in return. Fast forward to the present, and the Miami Heat are now facing a similar dilemma. Powell is still playing at an incredibly high level, and he's likely to command a significant contract extension. The problem is, the Heat don't have a lot of wiggle room in their budget, and they're going to have to make some tough decisions in order to afford him. And this is the part that most people miss. The expense of Norman Powell could end up costing the Heat other valuable players on their roster. With Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo already on the team, the Heat have a solid core, but they're going to have to make some sacrifices in order to keep Powell. He's a 32-year-old player who's still getting better, and he's going to be a key part of the team's success. But at what cost? The Heat have already started making moves to free up some cap space, trading away role players like Haywood Highsmith in order to save a few dollars. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that's going to require some careful planning and negotiation. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Powell worth the cost? Some people might say that he's a talented player who's worth every penny, while others might argue that his contract is going to be a burden on the team. And this is the question that the Heat are going to have to answer. Are they willing to sacrifice some of their other players in order to keep Powell? Or are they going to have to get creative and find other ways to make it work? It's a tough decision, and one that's going to have a big impact on the team's future. So, what do you think? Is Norman Powell worth the cost, or are the Heat making a mistake by trying to keep him? Let us know in the comments. One thing is for sure, though, the Heat are going to have to make some tough decisions in the coming months, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.